Yeah, National Park of Pyrenees. Here on the French side, no motorhomes, no dogs at all, not even on a leash. What a wonderful hike, even if we are just walking on the gravel road that is on this valley. Really beautiful place. Basically that side of the road there is a national park of Pyrenees in France where dogs are not allowed, and this part is not Pyrenees National Park, so we are in the middle, so we are thinking that we are okay with the rules. Beautiful valley. All the rivers are actually dried. We hope the lake that we're gonna go see behind those hills over there is not dried. Yeah, I think it's the most dry time of the year in the whole region, so just before the winter comes it's the driest place. Yeah, and play. We have actually walking like maybe 1.5 hours through this valley. There is a gravel road most of the time, but there's also tarmac. It's a really little road, but well maintained. It's just by the cliff, and there's lots of rubbles, and yeah, you have seen that there is lots of rock falls. But I think rock falls actually usually happens during the winter or during the springtime. We're gonna continue this road until we see the lake, or what is left of that lake. Yeah, the riverbed is totally dry at the moment.
There is a lot of stream going in these valleys, and the water is really cold and it looks so pristine and shimmering in the sun. But it's always a risk to take your drinking water from these streams because there's a lot of animals, and we did see one dead cow that was rotten, so it smelled really bad. And the carcass will contaminate the whole river when the rotten corpse is in the river. So it's always a risk to take a drinking water from the stream. You can get diarrhea and food poisoning and feel really sick.
I saw this pile of rocks, and there was a hole in a rock face, so I have to go see what it is. There's some motor sound coming from there. So I bet something to do with the hydroelectric, because there was a sign on the river that there's a hydroelectric dam somewhere, and we didn't see anything. But we saw a hole in the face of the mountains. They have actually welded that door closed. And there's a rock. Okay, good place for rocks. Yeah, interesting.
Here is a tons of groundhogs in these surroundings, and Pyrenees groundhogs marmots were extinct 15,000 years ago, so they had transported the marmots from the Alp region to here in the Pyrenees, and now we have seen like hundreds of them. They are really funny looking. They are like a beaver or squirrel, something like they had a baby.
Yes, we can get it in your home, and we are invading your home, but we are not coming there. They are whistling to each other to warn about dangers. So there is another tunnel that goes deep to the mountain, and also in there goes some pipes up in the mountains. So I think they are not hydroelectric power thingies. They are actually collecting just the drinking water from the mountains. I'm pretty sure. So they are so high so they don't have to pump any water. It flows by its own power. Yeah, so we have seen now 3 of them here. Yeah, National Park of Pyrenees. Here on the French side, no motorhomes, no dogs at all, not even on a leash. Luckily this road leads to in the side of the national park, so it was okay. But otherwise you cannot actually take your dog to the national park. Yes, you can swim here under streams and you can actually use parking lots. It's much more relaxed, so you can actually spend night on the parking lot inside of the national park. But on the Spanish side you cannot even park overnight in the national park. It's not allowed to swim in the streams in the national park of Pyrenees. On the Spanish side everyone does it, but still it's forbidden. Yeah, there are differences, and with that little doggy it's not that pleasant to be here. That's why we actually chose this route, not the Gendarmerie route, which is not Gendarmerie. I will Cavernier. For example, in Poland we went to the national park and one hike, and there was a sign saying no dogs even on a leash. It's yeah, they might be actually protecting some wildlife, because here's no trees, for example, for the birds, so they cannot actually escape if the dog comes and eats the whole nest. Yeah, I can take it, but as a dog owner it's a sucky to be here, because you cannot come here to enjoy these places with your dog. Usually we would actually drive these kind of roads with our van easily, no problemos, but there was a couple of signs saying that they're gonna do a renovation for this road starting 3 weeks from here. And there was some guys actually also doing some small fixes. So both of those things told us that this is not in most stable condition, this road. But really awesome road that leads to that valley that we were just a while ago, and this road goes in this valley. Really beautiful, yeah. But otherwise one-lane roads with wide spots where you can actually bypass somebody else. These are always good in good condition, in at least on the Western Europe. In Eastern Europe they might be in good condition or not. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Let's go back to the van, let's make some food, and then let's head to the ski resort on this valley.
That's our home, so we pocket our van next to the road and just walk up the way to the lake, surrounded by these huge trucks. Whoa.
We do quite a lot of hikes in areas that we don't know. Yeah, different countries. In Finland we know the Finland and the forest and everything. And there are some precautions that we do always when we go hiking. If it's a longer hike, hikes where we don't end up seeing anyone else probably, or just tough hikes, we put a message to my brother and tell him when we are planning to come back. So if we are not reporting to my brother in time, he can be a little bit scared about something happened. Even on the normal walks on the mountains or anywhere, we take enough equipment that we can be there overnight without freezing to death. That is our plan. So we are always taking jackets or something that keeps us warm. We usually take almonds with us. Energy thickness is really good. They don't taste as good, so we don't eat them while we are not hiking. So they stay on the cupboard. If we buy a German Saksanpähkinä
Walnuts.
If we buy walnuts to our van, we eat them before we get to the hiking spot. Yes, we are Finns, we are white, so we burn ourselves really easily. Always. That thing, Sarah's eyes are really sore, so she has those UV protections, and this time is a little bit longer hike, I think 7 or 8 hours, so we have some snacks with us, water gear, so if it starts raining, for example now it's chance of 70% of raining, so we have rain gear even if we have to sit on the rain for hours, so we have these ponchos with us, and also our jackets are waterproof. For the medical kit, this kind of thing, and also tape. So with these we can actually stabilize any wounds that we can get there. If our ankle gets broken or something, we can actually stabilize them with these, and with this, some sticks on the ground or something. But this is good thing for us. Then there's this rescue sheet. If somebody gets hurt, the most important part is to stabilize the situation and also keep the patient warm. So rescue sheet is for that really good. And then we have compass. Compass is always great to have because if we get lost, we don't have batteries on our phones, or there is a thick fog. We can actually see where we are going, so we don't go in circles. Not so dangerous, but very unpleasant thing that can happen when you are hiking. You get blisters. So we have blisters. These combeads are the only ones that are good, because when you put combead, you can actually take it out when the blister is healed. For the insurance for the hikes, we were planning to take insurance for longer mountain hikes, and that is still our plan in Switzerland, Austria, Spain. But in France, the mountain rescue is free. It's free service provided by local community. So we don't really need insurance for mountain rescues. That was actually only reason that we take insurance for hikes, is when we go mountains and the mountain rescues are expensive. But they cost quite a lot, even for 7 days, taking the insurance for hiking in the mountain area. And mountain rescue costs around 2,000-3,000 euros, even if you need to be stabilized, like you are really hurt. So basically just evacuating from the mountain is something around 2,000 euros. And if you pay 60 euros for 1 week, you can start counting how many times you need to take the insurance to fulfill 2,000 euros.
You need to fail a lot.
You need to fail a lot. So again, insurance companies makes money from the insurances. That's why I don't know if we ever buy any insurances. If something happens, then we pay the costs. That's our plan. Of course, in US, which it's ridiculous priced healthcare system. There we will take insurance because it's a bang for your buck, but not in here in Europe. It's not bang for the buck, and there is no reason to take insurance in Europe. We will put everything together and then start the hike. Total length of the hike is 14 kilometers and ascent of 1 kilometer, but we don't know if we go up in the most steepest peak in the region or we stop somewhere else. We go by feeling. If it feels that we can do the whole hike, then we do. If not, then we turn back and enjoy the sceneries. Oh, and most important is water. We usually take 3 liters of water with us for the 4 to 8 hour hikes. And in mountains there is a mountain streams that you can take water from, because we are so in high. And yeah, that is the amount of water we take. And it's autumn, you don't need that much water. In summertime we take, like, I think in one hike we took 6 liters of water and we drank it all. So it depends on the weather. And it's good weather to leave Pulla behind. It's quite cold, not sunny at all, so he will be alright over there. And we are in top of the mountain, so it's always windy, so our van doesn't get hot in any weather. Yeah. First we are gonna actually walk through this road to the mountains, and after that it will start climbing with the paths to the refugee that we are going. This is why we love off-season hiking. As you can see from the path, here's hundreds of people every day hiking this route. But now, when we are here, we are all alone.
So this route has been extremely rocky, and we are wearing our barefoot jogging shoes, and they are not maybe the best ones in these rocky surroundings because they don't support your ankle, and if your ankle will twist or break, it's kind of track to walk. Oh, that was scary. We have to stop filming because the rocks were falling and it made horrible sounds, and we thought it was a real rock fall. But there was a tiny little mountain goat that dropped some rocks on us. But yeah, kind of scary, but nothing happened. We are safe and sound. Let's go back to talk about our shoes. We are wearing our barefoot shoes that are not best one in these rocky environments because you can like snap your ankle pretty easily, but we will walk slowly and very cautious. It's good that we both have a driving license, so I can even try if Joni breaks his ankle or something. Yeah, beautiful, gorgeous scenery, amazing.
And this northern slope still has some ice left on the down of the cliffs. So I think 10 years ago there was a glacier, now it's just a patch of ice. That's sad, that's really sad. But looking really adventurous route, but there we are going. Let's go.
This terrain is so rough, only rocks everywhere you can see. But there's a patch of snow, so it's a glacier. It won't melt away. That's happy to see because all the other glaciers we have been seeing, they have melted. So rough. It's just a rock boulders everywhere. There's nothing green, nothing like lively. There is some stream because the snow is melting, so it suits your mind, but otherwise this looks like a scene of the Mad Max or something. I don't like it. This is not my favorite scenery. I prefer forest, and I prefer walking in the forest because then there's a diversity. There's a lakes and there's a paths and there's a forest. Here you can just see one big hill the whole day.
Let's see Sarah's reaction.
Look at the rock shape, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful format, and there's a waterfall in the distance and a refugio. So a little cafe. How cool is this? Amazing scenery. It was really worth of walking here. Even the rocks were kind of steep for me. Wow! Look at that big hole. You have to climb there. I'm not so sure if I have a mood for that today.
There is actually Spanish side of Spain behind that wall that is cracked. most beautiful place in Earth. Yeah, mountaineering would be some new hobby for us.
I hope you are kidding.
Nope. This is enough for us, for our physics.
And it started raining.
Yes. Our physics has gone a lot forward since we started the trip. It was quite easy here, come here. Sarah's face isn't that red, so it tells a lot about she's powers and physics to go on these mountains.
At the refugee there's a cognac to sell. We are so tempted to buy. Okay.
Tossa hyvä, tossa jalonen hyvä, tossa käsinen hyvä. Jaat samaa kohtaa. Samaa kohtaa. Noin. Sitten voit puhottaa tossa.
Back to the high pitches. And my legs are so sore, so wearing the barefoot sandals there, where the path is very rocky, is kind of painful. But we survived. Now we will drive away from this natural park area from downhill, and there's some parking lot in the beautiful surroundings, so we will just drive there and stay night for there outside of the natural park area. Let's do that soon. I have to rest a while. I'm so tired, it was awful. And it's so nice to see Pulla. And Pulla likes to see his butt scratcher! Butt scratcher! Butt scratcher! Nothing beats the swimming in the natural water when you have been sweating all day. And after a good hike, good feeling. Luckily here in France is a lot of these powerful cold streams that refresh you.